y'all, it's me. So today's my birthday, 53, and I decided that it's going to be more about me this year. You know, that'll change in 5 minutes, but whatever. I really want to do this channel because I feel like there are people like me out there who think they just have to do it alone. It's kind of how we were raised. It's also probably pride that we don't talk to anybody. We don't tell them how we really feel, how scared we might be, how angry we are, how hurt we are, how broken we are. So this channel is for that. And just to talk. You know, absolute perfect example is menopause. My generation, when I was little, we didn't talk about it. We knew that one day we were going to start having hot flashes and our period was going to stop and yay, it's done. Everything's perfect. That's not true. That is so not true. So we're going to talk about those things. So, excuse me, if there's any man watching, be warned. We're going to talk about it. Not in this video. We're going to talk about adult kids, and this is a touchy subject. We raised these kids. We sacrificed for these kids. We loved these kids beyond all measure. We believed in them. We believed them over everybody else. And sometimes those kids are exactly what other people were trying to tell you they are. One of my kids, who people tried to tell me for years, she's talking shit about you. She's talking about you like you're garbage. And I said, no, not her. She wouldn't do that. There's no way. Somebody finally recorded her. That broke me. Big time. Do I want to harp on it or, you know, tell everybody, oh, poor me? No, it's not who I am. But I don't want another mom out there to go through those initial emotions that I went through. Again, that's another video, and when we do it, I will be completely honest about it. If it helps one mom, that's fine. We're going to talk about dogs. I have dogs. I have 8 of them. Although I do know how to edit a video, I'm aware of CapCut and all of that. Most of them probably won't be edited because, quite frankly, I just don't have time. So, having said that, I have 8 dogs. They scratch, they drink, they crunch, they fart, they whine. It is what it is. This is real life. This is not fluffed up, filtered video. It probably will be in time because I'm seeing all these wrinkles that I knew were there, but I just really don't like looking at them. But for now, it is what it is. This is real life. My husband has had 3 strokes. There are some effects to those. Some of them almost ended our marriage. Well, some of the effects and some outside influences. And let me be clear. I could have stood up a little taller and said, no, it's not going to happen this way, but I didn't. We are working those things out. My husband goes through some pretty serious depression sometimes. And for years and years and years, I thought it was me. Now I'm starting to understand it's not. We're going to talk about those things because although I know it's hard for him when he's in those modes, I know other people go through it, husband, wife, parent, whatever. Nobody talks about what the other person is feeling or going through or how it affects you. And I think it should be talked about because it's pretty serious. And we're going to end that there. That's another video. We're going to talk about door dashing. Sorry. Again, Joe has had 3 strokes. Hopefully those problems are fixed now and there won't be any more. But our lives changed, and they changed drastically. We went from making 6 figures a year to waiting for disability and door dashing. I don't want that to sound horrible because we both love door dashing. I mean, we just do. But it's not always easy. He door dashes during the day. I door dash at night. He's only allowed to make a certain amount of money, and then he has to stop because we're waiting for disability. So for the last 6 to 10 days of the month, I do days and nights. Please don't expect a video during that time frame. It's just not going to happen. It's a lot. If, depending on how Joe's doing, sometimes you got to come home and clean the house and do laundry and do dishes, either between dashes or in the middle of the night before you can go to bed. It's not saying anything negative about Joe. It just is what it is. It's life. It's real life. Again, there's not going to be any fluff and buff. It is what it is. Wrinkles and all. Let's see, what else? I have a Chiari malformation. It's only 8 millimeters, so doctors say that you can't possibly be having any symptoms. So anyone with a Chiari malformation knows that's bullshit. And the only real support system we have is each other. We're going to go through some medical stuff. Again, the menopause. I recently had a cervical biopsy. That was pretty scary. Blood work showed some things that were concerning. There were some other things that happened that were concerning. All is well. Turned out great. Okay, not great, but it's not cancerous. But we're going to talk about that because I didn't know there were different forms of biopsies. Did you? I didn't know that certain kinds of biopsies, you can't have any kind of numbing anything. It has to be done raw. This camera is shaking. Sorry. Had a bad mammogram last year. And all of that turned out okay. It took a little time, but it turned out okay. But someone in our life right now has just had a bad mammogram and is waiting for a biopsy. And I kind of feel like maybe if I had told other people what was happening when it was happening, maybe she wouldn't be so scared. Okay, she's going to be scared anyway. It's a scary thing. But again, I want there to be a safe place to come talk. I am currently, I sound like a hypochondriac sometimes. It bothers me. We're trying to figure out what stage of COPD I'm in. Yep. So it hasn't formally been diagnosed, but we know it's there. Again, Other medical things I didn't know. The doctor can say, yes, you have COPD, but you can't formally diagnose it until you know what stage it is. Who knew? And who the hell knew there were so many tests for COPD? Either you can breathe or you can't. That's what I thought. I was wrong. Coming up in about 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks, I have an entire day at the hospital of tests. All day. This month, I also have to go to a cardiologist. These things are scary. They are so scary. And you don't want to bother other people with it. I don't want to bother other people with it. And I'm sure there are other women out there, or men, whoever, who feel the same way. So for as much as I can, I will, I don't know if I can video in a hospital, but kind of walk through what's going on and how it's going on, so that maybe somebody else knows, hey, this is what they're doing. You know, it sucks, but it's not horrible. It's okay to be afraid. All those things. This is what you should expect next. So stuff like that. Now, so far we've talked about pretty much doom and gloom. This is not what that channel is going to be. We're going to cover those topics, but there's also going to be funny dog videos, funny DoorDash videos. Oh my God. I think my favorite part of DoorDashing is all the shit that happens. For example, I saw Jesus the other day. Really? That's a video coming. One night, this lady, probably weighed 350 pounds, answered her door buck naked and just stood there and had a conversation like it was no big deal. It was kind of a big deal. So that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to edit this video, so however it turns out, it turns out. Okay, that's not true. I am going to take off the part where I turn the camera off. I think every now and again I'm going to put the bloopers in, just make a video of all bloopers, because they're pretty funny. Like when I was trying to set this stupid phone up so it wouldn't wobble the way it's wobbling right now. One of the many times I tried to set this stupid phone up, I didn't realize it was recording. That's pretty funny. And having said that, one more thing. If you are easily offended, this is not the channel for you. This video is pretty mild. Some videos won't be. I cuss a lot sometimes. I have very strong opinions on things. I don't really want it, excuse me, to be political. So we're going to say it's not going to be political. But, you know, common sense is a pretty rare commodity these days, and it annoys the shit out of me. So I'm sure we'll talk about those things too. All right. I think that's good enough for now. If you held on this long, thank you. The videos will get better. This is just the getting thrown in the deep end part. I'm going to try not to watch it. Oh, wait, one more thing. Sorry. I don't even know if I should include this or not, but it's funny, so I'm going to tell you anyway. So I've already made this video once. And when I tried to go back and watch it to, you know, take off the part where your finger touches the start and stop button, it won't let me watch it. It keeps cutting it off. So, I guess another thing you should know, whether you believe it or not, I don't really care. Our house is haunted. It's not a bad thing. It just is what it is. But they're very opinionated sometimes. I'm not going to make videos on, oh my God, the curtain moved. Or, I hear footsteps. It's not going to be anything like that. It doesn't have to be. They do what they want when they want. It just is what it is. Okay, now I think that's good enough. If I think of anything else, I guess it's another video. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching if you lasted this long. Like, subscribe, you know, all the normal shit. And I'll see you on the next video. Have a great day.